If you're the Rockets, you can have a lot of success attacking the rim, getting to the foul line, and creating open shots for your teammates. And this is a blue-collar team. When the Rockets play good, it's a blue-collar game.
Nothing doing for Van Fleet. Could not turn the corner on Nick. Shot clock is down to 6. Here's Siakam now on Nick's. Another deflection, another turnover, and another steal. Not so good in the half court, but if they get out and run, especially off the turnovers, it's tough to stop them. Siakam twice missed 2 bunnies. Shook it off. Junior behind the back, another deflection. Got poked out though, and a walk. Wow, how about that? Since January the 16th, Tari Easton's averaging about 5 offensive rebounds per game, which is the second most in the league, trailing only Steven Adams. And he's playing a lot less than Steven Adams as the Raptors coming out of the timeout finally get on the board. Toronto committed 3 turnovers in their first 4 possessions. None since, and they take care of the ball better than anybody, and that's allowed them to work their way back in this game. The Rockets really took advantage of those early turnovers. Siakam, the leaner, and 2 more for Toronto. Siakam, posting, leaning. Another block for Fernando. It's about the 4:17 mark of the first quarter as they regain the lead. Mid-range 2. Hit it out for Siakam. Due to, again, crashing the glass and then primarily fueled by all their live ball turnovers. Well, back down old school post pivot by Siakam.
Yeah, Siakam is very aggressive with the basketball. And he just worked Jabari until he got the shot that he liked.
Van Fleet as he's back in. They spin it around to Gomez. Now to Siakam. He'll step back off 1 foot. A little bit of a dirt for him.
He's good, man.
He's averaging 19 a game this year, career high, now has 9.
Well, the good sign, Craig, the offense is finally woken up, it seems, with swords for their offense is woken up, but they got to play some defense.
Nick's got there, couldn't finish. Another missed layup by the Rockets. Gomez trailing, shooting, missing. Another offensive rebound. Achua misses, and it's tapped up and in anyway. Now, they have been dominating the paint, though, over that time frame. Over those same 4 games coming into this one, the Rockets have scored 266 in the paint, which is about 67 paint points per game on average.
Tough one. JT shouldn't have hesitated. Just go straight up.
Siakam to Trent Jr. over Nick's corner 3. It goes down. Can't turn the ball over against the Toronto Raptors or they will hurt you. So far, I believe the turnover number for the Rockets is a respectable one, especially against this Toronto team as they begin the second half, basically the same way that they ended the first half. Long 2 for Smith. Help side defense from Barnes. Siakam to Van Fleet, trailing wide open, shoots and makes another 3. All of a sudden, they can't miss from downtown.
Rockets in trouble. They got to find a way to get something going offensively here.
Siakam with a layup, Euro stepping by Şengün.
And if he gets in the lane, he makes everything happen for the Raptors.
He's got 4 threes, 21 points. Smith had it stolen away. Siakam to Van Fleet, another trailing release. Another make for Fred Van Fleet.
If he gets in the lane, he makes everything happen for the Raptors.
He's got 4 threes, 21 points. Smith had it stolen away. Siakam to Van Fleet, another trailing release. Another make for Fred Van Fleet. And there's still basically 9+ minutes left in this game in the third quarter. Siakam, too strong, rebound Martin.
So important, you know, for young teams, finding out, hey, how do we start games? How do we start halves? How do we start quarters? You know, what's working when we need it?
Siakam denied at the rim.
Love how Jabari got under that screen with Siakam. Now he's going to have to hold his ground and take that bucket. That's what Siakam does. He creates content. He works so tirelessly with Coach Rico Hines on the staff. He was in the gym with Rico Hines at UCLA. I mean, doing 2-a-days, 3-a-days, and just he made himself a ball player.
And Tari, who has been limited in this game after picking up 2 quick early fouls, gets on the board for the first time, coming off that monstrous double-double against OKC, playing for his 4th consecutive double-double as Tari Easton. That goes down plus the foul. Fernando's checked in, Matthews has come in, Malachi Flynn in for Toronto, and Matthews with the rebound.
get to his body, you have a chance. But his wingspan is so huge, man. And Siakam been extremely aggressive here about the last 5 minutes, Fred.
So they had 15 from Trent in the second, now 14 from Van Fleet in the third. Knicks, nope.
Actually played in the Pan American Games when Fred Van Fleet was on that team. They ended up cutting him before the games, and boy, was that a mistake, man.
KJ, the outlet to Christopher, gets turned back by Flynn. KJ cuts. Smith finds him, hangs in the air, got undercut, got hit in the gut as the Eagles are playing for the big one. Siakam, elbow Jay Sengun back in, defended it, rebound cleared by KJ Martin.
During this stretch, if you can see the Rockets maybe getting a stop and getting out in transition and running, if not in the half court, you need to see a lot of Sengun and Eric Gordon.
And Siakam just got Sengun. Christopher penetrating, losing it, got it back. Smith.
Oh, goodness.
And then his pass deflected and stolen. The bounce pass ahead to Precious. It puts the lotion in the basket, plus the foul on Sengun. And into Siakam for the layup after the miss.
You got to hit that wing three.
Some stops here.
Really seeing Eric Gordon's value, man. When you put the basketball in his hands, he's been spectacular.
Step back to Siakam. Tough shot. 21 for him. They have 3 guys with 20-plus points in this game.
Really seeing Eric Gordon's value, man. When you put the basketball in his hands, he's been spectacular.
Step back to Siakam. Tough shot.
They're going to get their shot, but you got to make them work a little harder. Oh, wow. Scotty Barnes now in his second year. Probably talking to Jabbar. He's saying, hey, you're the rookie now. Come on, Will.
25 a game for Siakam this year, career high. He's got 20.
World champion. He was a huge part of that Raptors championship and was rewarded.
Did play against the Rockets earlier this season. Missed 10 games in all with it.
I think you've been able to see that, hey, Eric Gordon can still lead your team, and Alphonse Sengun is an absolute dog. You can play make, you can put the ball in his hands, and you can play through him. And what I've seen is that he's put the league on notice.